family, what's going on? Klaus here, and welcome back to Klaus's Kingdom modded Minecraft survival. And guys, last time we got into item teleportation, and I realized during that recording that we had some graphical issues. We had some glitches that were going on, and I didn't realize that because I recorded a second episode that same day, and it was all about explaining what the heck was going on behind me and something that I built outside, and the glitches were so bad I wasn't able to upload that video. So I had to A, figure out why that glitching was happening, why we were having so much lag, and then B, we're gonna have to actually catch you guys up on all the things that we changed during that episode that I wasn't able to record or wasn't able to upload because it was so bad. Also, the color and stuff on the video should look a little better. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, because I just did a little bit of color correction to make it look a little bit more lively. So, let's go into the game, and let's first explain what I changed. So if you go into the settings here, go to video settings, render distance. I had render distance on 32. Now, if you look at this little thing here, 32 is called extreme. Normal is 8. All right. I don't know why I had the render distance so high, but I guarantee you that is what was causing all of my glitching and stuff to happen. So I'm glad that that's now fixed. I've done lots of testing and I think we're okay. Also, I set graphics to fast instead of fancy. So now like the trees and stuff don't have as much detail, but that's not really the important thing for Minecraft. And I think everything else pretty much stayed the same as far as I can remember. But I think that is going to solve our problem as far as the glitching is concerned. Let me know in the comments if it still looks messed up, but I think it looks pretty good now based on my review and based on my testing. So, you guys are probably all staring at this thinking, what in the world have you done? So the first thing that I've done is I have finished digging out the big giant hole under the lake over there with the digital miner. We'll go look at that here in a moment. But using this quantum entangleporter, we were able to finally empty out all 30,000 plus blocks that we were mining out under there. And they all ended up in these chests. Well, technically not these two chests. These two chests just sent our items through the tripling and doubling and the smelter. So, you know, those two chests should, in theory, be empty. But there's some items in here. There's some items in here. Some items in here, and then some items that filtered down into the basement. So I want to explain how this works. So the quantum entangleporter, as you guys know, teleports items from the digital miner. They go through the logistical transporter into this chest, which is kind of like the first chest, all right? The first chest ended up holding onto marble, limestone, basalt, slate, gravel, and a little bit of sand and a little bit of stone. So this is where those items ended up. Now, to go off and come into this chest and go through the smelting, the tripling system, they first had to pass a logistical sorter test. Now, we've made logistical sorters before. They're actually really easy to make. All you have to do is have some iron, a piston, and a basic control unit. All very simple stuff. And what that does is that allows you to funnel stuff or filter stuff into another chest. Now, this chest is empty because everything that comes into here either gets dropped into the tripler, the purification chamber, and sent on its way, or it goes through another system to here to either be doubled or smelted. But we'll talk about that here in a minute. But how does this thing work? Well, in here, you're able to set up filters. I've got basically everything that has the word ore in the block data gets sent through there. Everything that has the word gem also gets sent through there. And then some specifics like redstone, the prosperity shard, obsidian, etc., etc. Pretty much everything that I didn't want staying in this chest, I sent it through to here. Now, in here, what's so cool about these logistical transporters is it's smart. So it actually says, okay, can this particular ore be processed through the purification chamber? And if it can, it goes through here. Once it had processed everything and I had stuff sitting in here, I basically made a logistical sorter to basically pull everything that was in there out. So it all came into here, and then the logistical transporters, again, it's smart. If it can be doubled, oops, my bad. I've got some, oh wow, I'm processing all my obsidian into dust and doubling it. That's fine. I mean, I don't necessarily need to double my obsidian. But anyway, notice how it's naturally going down toward the doubler. That's because it can. If it can't double, then it will at least come to the energized smelter and smelt it up. There are certain items that can't be doubled. I don't know what they are. And then there's also some items that can't go through any of these processes. Those include the galena ore, the bauxite ore, both from the Tech Reborn mod, the rutile ore from the Vulpus library, and then salts. Also, we have some flint and obsidian. I got to physically move all of these things either to process them or to just put them in these chests. So that explains the important stuff, right? That's how we get the diamonds. That's how we get, like, the diamonds get doubled. Actually, you can only double diamonds if you use Silk Touch. But anyway, yeah, this is how all the ores got processed. And we ended up with tons and tons of stuff. I mean, look at this. I've got like 3 full stacks of copper blocks. Each block is 9 copper ingots. So, I mean, I've got loads of copper, crazy amounts of tin, a bunch of blocks of silver, a bunch of blocks of lead, tons of osmium. I mean, I've got enough stuff to last me a lifetime, okay? And then over here on the top, I've got the gems. I've also got the things like coal and redstone that whenever you mine up, it turns into an item and not an ore. I've got lots of atomic alloy that I pre-made, some reinforced alloy, just everything that's kind of not square, I guess you could say. I mean, obviously these blocks are squares, but that's because I've made them into blocks. But everything that's not square, or like that's a gem, ended up in this top chest. There's some enriched alloy right there. So that's how that whole system worked out. Now, on the back side of here, I've got the logistical sorter. It's working on cobblestone, granite, diorite, andesite, and dirt. Okay, so basically all the common stuff comes into this chest. The stuff that stays in this chest is simple: granite, diorite, and andesite. If it is cobblestone or dirt, it ends up in here. I also moved some sand and some stone, manually just because I needed to move it. And then below this, and let me just pop down there. I know there's a lot of stuff I haven't explained yet, but this is just awesome. I love how this whole thing is worked out. But, okay, so the logistical transporter moves everything down out of here, and we have cobblestone. And we have cobblestone, and we have cobblestone. I have more cobblestone than I'm ever gonna need, and I like it. It's a good thing. That's what Minecraft's all about, having stupid amounts of resources that you don't even need, so that one day, if I decide to use it, I can. Makes sense, right? So yeah, that's where all the cobblestone ended up. I've got more stuff to explain on top before I move down to the bottom. So, but yeah, these logistical sorters are super, super useful. I love them very, very much. So other things that have changed. Nothing really here has changed. Obviously the sorting system. But also we now have what's called a charge pad. And a charge pad is not very hard to make at all. I believe the hardest part's actually just the battery pack. Yeah, the energy tablet. We have 2 steel ingots and 3 stone pressure plates to make a charge pad. Basically what happens is, so like, notice like my free runners have 25.14 kilo RF, and it can hold 25.6. That means that this free runner actually needs to be charged. And then also this atomic disassembler needs to be charged. This is at 375 KRF, but it needs to have 400. And the configurator is completely full. But check this out. Stand on the charge pad, and now we're charged up. The free runners are fully charged, and the atomic disassembler is fully charged too. It's obviously connected to the power network, but this is a super convenient way to charge up my power stuff. But what about these tanks back here? Well, you guys know that I'm taking advantage of 3 specific gases: hydrogen and oxygen, both from water, and then ethylene, which is what's producing all of our power through the gas generator. However, I sometimes need to charge up my armored jetpack with hydrogen, and then sometimes my scuba tank with oxygen. So I've actually set up with a electrolytic separator down there with the pipes leading up to both, an ultimate gas tank which can hold 512,000 hydrogen or 512,000 oxygen. Basically, these things, it's like unlimited amounts of gas that I'll ever need. The scuba tank can hold 24,000 units of oxygen. This gas tank has 512,000. So I mean, it's like we're never going to run out of oxygen ever in our lifetime. By the way, I did test. The scuba tank can last you 20 minutes if you're underwater. You can be underwater for 20 minutes with this scuba tank. 24,000. I wish we could upgrade that to a longer amount of time, but it's still pretty decent, to be honest. But yeah, so yeah, we've basically got everything that we need up here. So now let's go to the bottom. Oh, and the Tinker's Construct stuff is just in storage. I've got it here. We'll eventually get back to it, but right now, I'm still very much preoccupied with what I've got going on here. So, you guys have already seen most of this, like this gas tank full of ethylene. We're halfway done now. We're filling up an ultimate gas tank with ethylene. We've pretty much got unlimited power at this point. It's amazing. Still throwing in all of my, the seeds and wheat and stuff like that we end up finding, ends up going in here, processing through, and turned into ethylene. I guess eventually my ethylene will fill up and max out, and then we're in trouble. But yeah, so second electrolytic separator, again, the hydrogen's going up to that side, and the oxygen's going up to that side, and the oxygen is actually fed into that system with the purification chamber. An easy way to remember it is H2O. Hydrogen on the left, oxygen on the right. There you go. So we've also, again, we've got the chests with all of the cobblestone. We got the second ultimate energy cube that processes or sends energy over to 2 specific items that I want you guys to experience, okay? The first one is called the precision sawmill, okay? So whenever you process a piece of wood through, like, your regular crafting table, you get 4 oak planks. But if you use a precision sawmill, and I'll go ahead and just put this through here, it's a little bit slow because, why are we running out of power? We should not be running out of power. Huh, okay, well I have a power problem, but anyway, 1 oak log turned into 6 oak planks. That's some wood priority right there. That's 50% more wood. That's amazing. But also, something very, very important that I got, it's more important than it probably should be, is sawdust, okay? I'll explain why sawdust is important now. I'm confused by why I don't have any power, though. Hold on. I think maybe I just didn't connect it in the back. Oh, I forgot to connect it. Yep. We plug that baby in there, and now it's charged up. That's what's up. I like it when problems are easy to solve. That's awesome. So yeah, that is the... Oop, nope. There we go. So that is the precision sawmill. Let me show you, before we get into this atomic reconstructor, which is one of the coolest things I've ever seen, let me show you guys why sawdust is so important. And first, let me sleep, because... monsters. By the way, whenever I finally fixed the lag issue, I started seeing things actually working the right way. I've always felt like the game was laggy, and I always thought it was because I had too many mods. But now that I've fixed the lag issue because I was just happened to be on a too high of a render distance, like I was able to see far too far. Yes, that's the next thing I'm going to show you is out there. But I was able to see way too far, and that's what was lagging me out. But things are now working correctly, and that includes mobs. Mobs, baby. Zombies, creepers, all kinds of... I'm getting a lot more of that stuff than I ever have before. So that's good, because then I can, like, get the rotten flesh and stuff. But, you know, it's also kind of annoying. So, sawdust. I believe I've only got 2 sawdust in my inventory, so I can't necessarily show you. But to make a cardboard box. And a cardboard box is 4 of these sawdust, okay? So a cardboard box is super, super cool. Let me grab, I made one, obviously. Grab one out of my inventory. And I'm dumb, I always end up doing that. There we go. All right, so this is what's so amazing about a cardboard box. So normally whenever you want to move a chest, right? You've got, if you break the chest, all the stuff just gets puked out, right? Well, if you put it inside of a cardboard box, then all of a sudden you have an item with block data in it. And what that means is that you can actually move that chest, shift click with the right click, or shift and right click at the same time, and now that chest has been moved super, super easy. Now, I feel like that should be in vanilla Minecraft already, and you shouldn't even have to have a cardboard box. So that's probably why that's super cheap, because that's a logical thing. If you got a box full of stuff, you should be able to pick it up and move it without having to wrap it in some sort of gift wrap, right? So anyway, this is just a super convenient thing for anybody who's wanting to do any, you know, inventory management or anything like that. It's just awesome. All right, so that is why I got the precision sawmill, because I needed to adjust some things whenever I was building my sorting system. So the next thing, and I think one of the coolest things ever, is this atomic reconstructor. Okay, I made it to make a particular item for the next part of my catching you guys up and what you guys missed, since unfortunately my game was lagging. However, this is still cool because I haven't done some of these things. So this is called Restonia. All right, Restonia is necessary. It's a necessary ingredient for something that I actually really, really need to make here at the end of this episode. But let me show you how it's made, okay? Basically, I hold redstone, which again, we're making Restonia. Redstone, Restonia. Makes sense. And all I gotta do is look So this green dot, let me just show you. Okay, click Q, the redstone pops out, flip the lever, and then wait a second, and the laser. Oh, it went straight into my inventory. The laser pops out and turns it into Restonia. If that isn't the coolest thing ever, I don't know what it is. Okay, I can actually think of a few things that are cooler than that. So, let's actually throw some rotten flesh on here. So watch this, guys. I'm gonna throw 3 rotten flesh. I'm gonna back up so I don't accidentally automatically get that stuff in my inventory. And bam, baby! We have leather! Guys, this machine converts rotten flesh into leather. In case you were interested in doing that kind of thing to rotten flesh. It's awesome. Also, what else can I do? What else? Lapis. You throw lapis on there and you end up with this stuff called a Palus crystal. There it is. Bam. So we got some Palus crystal. No idea. I don't know how to say it. But actually the main reason why I made this was actually to convert nether quartz into what is it called again? Prismarine shard. Yes, so I've actually got some prismarine shards. So this machine is just straight up amazing, okay? It's just straight up amazing. It's become very, very useful to me. But after we can talk all day long, ooh, it's raining. Ooh, can I sleep? Yes, I can sleep. Get rid of that rain. But yeah, so guys, so many amazing things have happened. But now we need to show you guys that. And by the way, the cut earlier was because I got a phone call from an AC repairman, so I spent about an hour with him. But yeah, so that means that all of my plants outside have grown. But these are special kinds of plants, okay? You guys have seen it. Oh, it's in my inventory. You guys have seen it. The Inferium Essence, okay? Inferium Essence can be upgraded to, I think it's called Prudentium, actually. Let me just type in Essence so I can show you guys all the different kinds. I think it's all right. It's all right here. Yeah, so Inferium to Prudentium to Intermedium to Superium to Supremium. And there's actually one called Insanium, but for some reason it's not showing up here. Maybe because it's, oh, it's right there. Yeah, Insanium. So each of these are tiers that become more and more useful for the mystical agriculture mod. You can use these, mix them with seeds, and then grow just about anything. So let me just show you guys what you can grow. If I type mystical agriculture seeds. Cool. So Inferium seeds, loads of different tiers of those. With a tier 1, which only requires Inferium, you can grow stone, dirt, and nature seeds. I don't even know what that is. Wood, water, ice, and then if you upgrade to tier 2, you can have fire, which I'm assuming is lava, dye, nether, I'm assuming it's netherrack, coal, and then tier 3 is iron, all the way up to like diamond seeds at tier 5. I mean, it's crazy. So you can grow all kinds of crazy stuff, even with extra mods, you can grow other stuff. Like here's sapphire seeds. I mean, how cool is that, right? So I've been growing Inferium, and what I did in the video that unfortunately you guys missed is crafted my first seeds. Okay, so let me just show you guys how to do that. You do have to have something called a, am I holding it? No, it's an infusion crystal. You have to have an infusion crystal. I'm gonna show you guys how to make that. That way you guys have an idea of what the heck's going on. So you gotta have 4 of these prosperity shards. You gotta have 4 Inferium essence and a single diamond to make an infusion crystal. And you can use this infusion crystal to combine the lower level Inferium into higher level Inferium. So if I actually right click the infusion crystal, it shows me all the uses. So like here's Inferium, you mix 4 of them together with the infusion crystal and you end up with Prudentium. And of course you had 4 Prudentium to get Intermedium, and 4 Intermedium to get to Supremium, and Supremium to get to Superium, sorry. Superium to Supremium, and then I believe, yes, Supremium to Insanium. And of course, like things like Supremium is super, super useful because you can craft stuff. So let me just show you guys what you're able to craft with Supremium. Okay, it's not showing me. Is it? Oh, it's tinkering. Aha. All right, so Supremium, you can actually get a Supremium sword, which does a lot of damage, and it's got unlimited durability. Or you can make the armor like a Supremium helmet, and it gives you flight. All right, like this is just insane. The different things that you can do with Supremium. So I'm definitely in the market, okay? That's what I'm trying to get to. I'm definitely in the market for getting loads of essence. And the best way to get it is to grow it. So I'm actually able to grow essence to upgrade it to eventually make either like a diamond plant or whatever. It's pretty sweet. So I have here tier 3 seeds. I actually crafted these things in the last video, but let me show you guys how. Actually, I don't have to show you at the crafting table. I can just show you guys all this. So if you go to essence seed, okay, essence, inferium. All right, so to use inferium, or to, yeah, you can use inferium to make the seeds, all right? So you use a base crafting seed, and the way you get a base crafting seed is you surround regular seeds with 4 prosperity shards. You use the base crafting seed with 4 inferium to make a tier 1 crafting seed. You use the tier 1 with prudentium to create a tier 2, and then I eventually used intermedium to make tier 3 crafting seeds. And then with that, I'm able to make essence seeds, which I mean there's ways to do this. Maybe I just use the hold on. I'm confusing myself. Mystical agriculture seed. There we go. So inferium. Okay, so inferium seed. So you add inferium with a seed to upgrade it to a tier 1, and then to get a tier 2, you wrap that with prudentium, and then you grab that. You wrap it over and over again to get the different tiers. And the tiers, I'm not sure if they grow at a different rate or anything, but the different tiers give you more and more inferium per plant. So these are all tier 3. So let me just take that up there. That says 64 and that says 55. So if I right click this, it automatically plants the seeds. It takes that, and now I've got 58. So it did give me 3 essence per plant. And actually that one gave me another seed. That's awesome. This one did not. This one also did not, neither did that one. So getting extra seeds is actually quite rare, but the fact that I just got a seed is super awesome. So let me just plant this baby. Oh man, I just messed up the plant. I'm sorry. Also, I'm using fertile soil, which is not a whole lot different than regular soil. All you gotta do is mix soil with bone meal and you get fertile soil. I don't know if it helps. It makes sense they would help. So I'm planting all these on fertile soil. But also, under this one, let me change this one to faster just so you guys can see. Boom, 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 boom. Right. All right. So right under this, we have things called growth accelerators. And I've got 3 of them underneath this fertile soil block. So this plant always grows way faster than the other ones because none of the other ones have any growth accelerators. So to make a growth accelerator, you have to have a bunch of blocks of... Yeah, there it is right there. You have to have 4 blocks of inferium essence, some stone, and a diamond. So you just have to have 9 inferium essence to get a block of inferium. So to have one of these things, it's 30, 9, 18, 27, 36. Yeah, it's 36 inferium essence. To make 3 of them, it's 36 multiplied by 3, which is over 100 inferium just to make these growth accelerators. But it makes this grow super fast, 14%. All these are at 0. This thing will be harvested like 3 or 4 times before any of the other ones do. But I have a distinct problem, and it's that I don't want to just like sit around and I don't want to babysit this like over and over again, okay? So what's with the torch? I'm confused by the torch. There we go. So I don't want to sit around and babysit this. So I've made this thing called a mechanical user, okay? And a mechanical user is a way to automatically click or harvest something. Of course, it's going to be sitting adjacent to the plant, so it only works on one plant at a time. But to make a mechanical user, all you have to do is have a resonating redstone crystal, a lever, and a dropper. The resonating redstone crystal is from Extra Utilities 2. And then, of course, you guys know how to make a dropper because it's vanilla Minecraft, cobblestone with redstone. I've got lots of these resonating crystals just from the digital miner doing all of its work. I believe they're all in here. Yeah, I've got 38 of them just passively. So I've got loads and loads of these things that I've never needed except for until I made this thing. But check this out. So I probably shouldn't have actually, look at that, it's already at 57% and these are all still at 0. So the growth accelerators are working very, very well. However, all right, so what I can do is I can turn this on always on. I don't have to have a power source. And what happens is, because I've said activate with a right click, then once this thing is fully grown, it's going to automatically right click. And because I have that mod that allows you to right click things and automatically plant them, then it's an automatic farmer. But again, I have a distinct problem. And that problem is that I can't collect the stuff that it drops. So I've got to make, ooh, wow, 71. Look at that, it grew super fast. I want you guys to see that it automatically does it, but just take my word for it, okay? Because we're about to do some crafting. So what we're going to be up to today is actually solving this problem. I want to automate this farm. I want to have a bunch of these mechanical users working on all these things, but I need a few things first. Obviously, I'm going to have to collect, ooh, there you go. Did you guys see it? It completely matured. This thing right-clicked, and now I've got a little bit more essence. Right there, I've got 12 now. I've got 2 stacks plus 12. So as an alternative, okay, this is what today's all about, okay? An alternative for these accelerators down here is actually something called greenhouse glass, okay? Greenhouse glass is something that goes above the plant, and it does the exact same thing that a growth accelerator does. But the problem, though, is that I needed this atomic thing, this atomic reconstructor, in order to make the item that we need to make the greenhouse glass. Let me just explain what it is that I mean exactly. So, greenhouse, very, very important piece of glass that allows you to increase the speed of growth. So, you have 4 pieces of glass in the corners, 4 saplings of any kind on the edges, but then you have this thing, empowered payless crystal. How do you make that? Well, if I right-click this, then I can go over to the, oh, I'm sorry, not right-click it. If I single-click it, then I can't craft it. I mean, you craft it from a block of this stuff, and you craft a block of this stuff from having 9 of these crystals. So, I mean, you have to actually run something through what's called an empowerer, okay? You have to run this payless crystal through what's called an empowerer, and you have to have 3 pieces of prismarine shards. Now, I haven't found any ocean monuments yet, so I had to come up with something else. And the best way to get some prismarine shards is to run nether quartz through an atomic reconstructor. So it all comes back full circle. So I've got all the things that I need now to actually make greenhouse glass. But I don't have the empowerer, so I actually have to craft now the empowerer. And it's actually kind of a complicated piece of equipment. A redstonia, we've already got some of that. We haven't made a double battery, but to make a double battery, we have to have 5 Inori crystals, and to make Inori crystals, we have to send iron through the atomic reconstructor. So I actually don't have that just yet. Also, I have to have a single battery, which I'm going to need 5 more of this Inori and some redstone. So I actually probably need a ton of Inori. And then a single battery, which I'm going to need, let me see, gold nuggets, a basic coil is Restonia, and black quartz. Yeah, so I think I've got everything that I need. We're about to find out. I need some iron for sure. Let's just get 7 of these blocks. That way I have a full stack of iron. I love how you can just kind of send stuff back and forth like that. Let's sleep because it's going to be dark. Let's send a bunch of the iron through the atomic reconstructor, or whatever the heck it's called. And then I think we're going to be in business after that. So let's just smack this down. We're going to send a whole bunch of them just like so. How much is that? That's 20. All right, bam. And boom, we have some Inori crystals, which are basically just little stars. Cute, right? All right, so this thing, we've already got one of those. That's awesome. Battery. We're going to need a single battery, which means we're going to need an advanced coil, which means we're going to need a basic coil. And I think I've got all these things that I need. So let's actually, before we make this, I need to drop some stuff off in my inventory. I don't need the leather. That was all for demonstration. I don't need all that wood. I don't need that chest. Actually, I do need that chest. I don't need all of this essence just yet. Okay, I've made my space. So, empowerer, double battery, single battery, advanced coil, basic coil. There we go. And I think I'm going to need 2 of those, actually. Yeah, I'm going to need 2 of these basic coils, but I need more Restonia. Oh, no. I thought I did enough, but apparently I didn't. So, let's just throw a whole bunch of this stuff over there, too. Oh, nope. Not iron. Not iron. Redstone. There we go. Let's make a ton of this. Right there. Bam. It actually takes a little while. It makes you wonder if it's actually going to work, but then it works. It's awesome. So I'm going to make another basic coil. Just like so. So now I've got 2 of those basic coils. Now what I need is some gold nuggets. I have not made any gold nuggets. How do you make gold nuggets? You get an iron, a gold bar, and then you just throw them through the crafting recipe just like so, and you can make it. I'm going to make a full stack of these. I don't really need any more gold nuggets, I don't think. There we go. And then now I can take these coils. I can make 2 advanced coils because I'm going to need 2 of them. There we go. All right, so to make a single battery, I need the Inori crystal, an advanced coil, and a Restonia crystal. So boom, there we go. And to make a double battery, I think I've got everything that I need. There we go, I've got the double battery. So now I just need an iron casing, which is 4 iron ingots, 4 sticks, and some black quartz. So that's 1, and I don't have enough sticks. I knew I needed that stupid wood for something. Where did it go? There it is. Yes, I will take that. You know what? I'm just gonna make... What is happening? There we go. I'm just gonna make all of that. There we go. So, iron casing, there we are. We got 2 of those. And the last thing is a display stand, which is ethetic quartz, ethetic green block, and another advanced coil. Oh my goodness. All right, let's make another advanced coil. Good thing I made loads of gold nuggets. Now, to get an ethetic green block, I need to get chiseled quartz blocks and send it through the atomic reconstructor. So to make chiseled quartz blocks, we need, basically I just need a bunch of quartz and make some blocks out of it, I think. So let's just, I think quartz blocks are just 4, right? Yeah. So let's just make 3 of these. I think that'll work. Let me just go check, because I didn't realize I needed all this. 1, 2, 3, I missed one. Right there. Hit the button. Hey! And what did we make there? Ethetic quartz. Nice. Okay, so that was one of the things that I needed, but what else did I need? Ethetic quartz and ethetic green quartz. To make green, ethetic green block, I need it to be chiseled. I have never chiseled anything before. Well, I need to make a chisel then. Okay, well, I find it interesting that I need a chisel for that, but that's fine. Where is the chisel? Chisel. I just need the tool. I need the tool. There you go. All right, so to make a chisel, I just need an iron ingot and a stick. Wow. I like it. I like the simplicity. That's awesome. So it actually means that I need to make a little bit more of this quartz blocks. I'm going to need 3 of them. And then I need to send these 3 quartz blocks with the chisel. So let's just smack that, throw this in here. And I need chiseled quartz blocks. I'm surprised that that's actually what I needed. All right, and then I'm going to throw all 3 of those onto this block here. Smack that, and it should be green. Unless I misread it. Hey, it's green! Nice! Come on, buddy. There we go. Ethetic green block. Nice. So I think I now have everything I need to finally make this thing. Right? I forgot what I was trying to make. Dang it! I forgot what I need. It's called Empowerer. There we go. I almost forgot, but I didn't forget. There we go, and now I got everything I need to go and mix it together to make an Empowerer. Yes. Nice. All right, so let's go down to here. Down to here. There we go. And do I need a spot for it? Like, does it have to be... Whoa. Forget that the atomic disassembler is on, like, Uber mode right now. Let's just chop all that out, put the cobblestone back to where it looks better, and if I need... power, I can give it power, but you never know. Actually, additions. Empowerer. Okay, so Palis crystals, let's just throw all of them down. I don't think it's working. I don't know how to make this thing work. Palis crystal, Empowerer, here, you know what? I'm just going to take that up too. Put a cobblestone right there so it looks good. And why can't I take this thing? I don't understand. Empowerer. All right, let's just figure this out. How do you work? How do you work, bro? Do I need power? Here, Empowerer. Okay, so that's how you craft it. Restonia... I don't know what to do. Oh, I've got to have the prismarine shards. That's right. And then some cyan. Oh, wow. Lots of like blue dyes, basically. Cyan blue dyes to make empowered crystals. So I've got to have the Palis crystal, and I have to have the prismarine shards and some cyan dye, which I find to be kind of annoying. But let's just see if we have anything that makes cyan real nice and quick like. Probably don't. Here, I've got to have some empowered Palus crystal. To make this, go through the empower. I've got to have a prismarine shard and then some cyan. And to get cyan, I don't know how to get cyan. What if I just do cyan dye? Cyan dye. So blue dye and green dye. Or glow flower. Interesting. Do I have any glow flower? I have glow shroom. I don't have glow flower. I need some cyan dye, people. I've got green. I don't even think I've got green dye. This is a problem. Okay, so I gotta find some sort of something that's cyan. Fortunately, I live in a flippin' flower patch, so yeah, it should be not so hard to find. Here, let's just put this in hover mode and let's look for something that's blue. That stuff's blue over there. Right? Tall, mystical, light blue flower. Did I get some? How do I do this? Oh no! I destroyed it! Dude, no! Mystical light blue flower. Yeah, I'm gonna need mystical light blue petal. Dang it, that's not what I need. Okay, I found some blue stuff over here. Maybe this will do what I need it to do. Mystical blue flower. Yeah, mystical blue flower to mystical blue petal. No, I need some blue dye, dang it. Okay, well, since I don't even know, like, what gives blue dye? Oh, lapis! I'm stupid! Oh, some of y'all in the comments were like, Klaus, you're killing us, dude. You are killing us, and I know completely why. And then the other thing is green dye. I've not found green dye, but I may be able to, like, make green dye. Here. So, the way you make blue dye, duh, is with lapis. And where is my lapis? Why is my lapis in there? I don't know. I feel like lapis should be in here. Just saying. Let's put that right there. Let's actually take this lapis. And if I put lapis in here, then... Oh. Okay, now I'm concerned. Blue dye. How do you make flippin' blue dye? Blue milk cap, bluebells. Oops. I thought lapis was useful for blue dye. Now I'm so confused. I'm gonna have to, like, okay, lapis. That's good. So if I use lapis with wild berries, I get purple dye. So light blue dye, I need cyan dye. So lapis and green dye. Okay, so you just, basically lapis is blue dye. I get it. So how do I get green dye? Where do I find green dye? I think I need to go find a desert biome, which I want to find one anyway, if I can be completely honest. I need to find one anyway. So, here, let's just... It should be showing me how to get green dye. I don't get why it's not, like, just showing me... Here, green dye. Green dye. And I'm gonna do just the regular... Oh, there's no Minecraft one? What? Well, that makes sense why it's not working then. Well, I've got to have cactus for green dye, and then I can mix the cactus with the lapis, and I can get cyan dye. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this up. I'm gonna turn this thing off, okay? Now it's off, so if it grows, it won't automatically harvest. And I guess that's gonna have to do it for me today, because I have to go find a desert, which is going to take some time, and we've already been recording for a very long time. So guys, that is going to have to do it for me today in this episode of Modded Minecraft Survival. We got ourselves some mystical agriculture working. I want to automate that, but I need to find a desert first and some cactus for green dye to be able to finally make the parts that I need. However, we did have a very good day. I explained all this and showed you guys how it works. Oh, the one thing I didn't do is show you guys the giant hole in the ground. Check this out, dude. It's awesome. We actually have now a giant hole in the ground. Let me turn this to hover so you guys can see. See? Big giant hole in the ground. And if I actually do this, you know what? Let's just turn hover mode off, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the scuba tank on, and it's on, so there we go. So now I can breathe underwater, and we can basically descend super far in this giant hole in the ground. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I don't know the purpose of the hole in the ground besides it's just, to me, it's just cool. Okay? To me, it's just cool. And it goes literally all the way down to the bottom. And notice that the number at the bottom, the oxygen number, is decreasing, and that's simply because, well, I'm using up my oxygen. But here's the what is this stuff called again? Bedrock. Yeah. Pretty dang sweet, dude. Pretty dang sweet. And then, like, if you go over to the edge here, there's like some quartz. But if you go over to the edge, this is where, like, there was maybe like a mini cave or something. But I'm very impressed, actually, with this, because I didn't actually find any caves. Like, I expected this to open up to some, like, really big cave systems or something, and apparently not. There's some yellow, right? But yeah, so this is the giant hole in the ground. And actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Oh, wait a minute. Hey, a cave! Haha! Oh, it did give me access to a cave. That is super cool. I love that. I love that. Well, we'll probably have to come explore that here at some point. But I'm gonna put my jetpack back on, because if I have my jetpack and it's enabled, then I can just power my way up to the surface without having to worry too much about my air. But there we go. So yeah, the digital miner is done. I have a giant hole in the ground. And it is awesome. We're working on some mystical agriculture, and next time we're going to be on the lookout for a desert biome. But I may decide to do something a little bit different first, because I don't want to go all the way over to a desert biome, and then, like, if it's, let's say, 10,000 blocks away or whatever, it's going to be a big pain to have to get back there eventually. So what if I told you that I wanted to use science to teleport? Definitely something that we need to be considering next time, guys. But for now, that's going to be it for me. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Like this video if you liked it. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already for daily gaming videos. And remember that I love each and every one of you. And I will see you all again next time.